Have you ever been stuck praying for someone, hoping that God would change their heart or turn it back to the way that you thought that it was? Settling for breadcrumbs and little glimmers that you thought might be change along the way, or the tiniest hope that something was better? I did that too. And then God, through a mentor friend, showed me a simple shift that I could make in what I was asking from him that absolutely changed everything for me. And I want to share it with you. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I help women who love Jesus find healing and freedom after the trauma of abuse or betrayal. For a really long time in my marriage, I prayed a lot for my marriage and for my husband. I'm not married anymore. There was a big shift after I got married, and there were occasional hopes. There were occasional flickers of what I thought that we wanted in our marriage. And there were a whole lot of revelations along the way. And there were things that I didn't see because I wasn't open to seeing them. But I prayed because I was told to, and the books told me to. The pastors, the church leaders, all the people told me to. All of the ladies teachers told me to pray for my husband, to pray for his heart, for God to change his heart, along the lines of the verse, I think it's in Psalms or Proverbs, that said that God will change the heart of kings. So I don't think that applies here, but I did at the time. And so that's what I prayed. And maybe you're praying that too. And I just want to share what God showed me through a mentor friend, that God respects free will. And he gives us free choice. He doesn't just give us free choice, he gives everybody free choice. And so there are going to be times when people choose harmful behaviors and they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything different. And God honors that because he gave us free will. And to keep praying against that is that's kind of outside of God's purview. It's not that he couldn't change somebody, but he's too much of a gentleman too. And that, when somebody said that, I was like, whoa, I never thought about it that way, but here we are. So my friend suggested something that I could do instead. He suggested I could ask God to show me what he wanted me to see, to let me know what he wanted me to know, the truth about my situation. I did ask God for that. And within just a few days, God gave me clarity that I never dreamt of. But I want to go back for a minute and encourage you to ask this. But you need to want to ask this. And before you actually ask God to give you clarity and to show you the truth about your situation that he wants you to see, ask him to prepare your heart. Because a lot of times the truth that we see and learn, first it hurts a whole lot. And then it brings healing and freedom. Because Jesus said you'll know the truth and the truth will set you free. But sometimes there's kind of a valley in between those places of knowing the truth and it setting us free that we have to walk through. But we can start to actually walk through that valley in truth rather than in hopium that something's going to get better because somebody promised if we just prayed, if we just changed the way that we did these things, that it would change and it would be better because God wanted everybody to have a good marriage. And what God wants more than anything is to be connected with us and to invite us on an adventure with him. And sometimes we have to be ready to walk away from something that we thought we were supposed to have to be able to walk with him on an adventure with someone who doesn't want to go. After you've asked him to prepare your heart, if you feel like you need to do that, and maybe your heart's prepared. If it is, then move on to the next thing, and that's to take some time to ask God to show you what he wants you to know, what the truth is about your situation that you have been asking him about, and then watch and listen and wait. And if he prompts you to do something, go ahead and take that step, and he will bring truth, and then you can walk in that truth and eventually come to freedom. And I would love to be here for you in that journey. So let me know if I can support you in some way. If you want to comment, how that hit you in the comments. I'd love to hear. If this was helpful, I would like to know. And if you would like to join us for more videos to help move into the healing and the freedom that Jesus came to give you after the trauma of abuse or betrayal, then feel free to subscribe and follow along, and I will be here. I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And I want to show you my view. If you like skies as much as I do and fall scenery, look at that. I just love it. That's my view right at the moment from where I'm sitting here talking to you. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, we're gonna do this. This is a test. Test. Can you hear me?